What's up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video. Today, we're taking a look at some Master League action where Drewski, a fellow Texas resident, is bringing us some awesome battles featuring Therian Landorus, Dialga Origin Form, and Reshiram, and a team that he's been finding success with in the Master League. Whether you're someone that has a lot of Master League Pokemon and are looking for a strong team to run, this could be a video for you. Or if you're someone like me that doesn't have a lot of Master League Pokemon but enjoys seeing what the Master League meta looks like, what people are running, and Pokemon you don't get to see too often or utilize yourself, it's fun to see these awesome legendary Pokemon that are difficult to acquire in action. And here we go. They are so strong. They are so powerful. A catch right off the bat on the side strike against Mewtwo. And one cool thing about the Master League is these are like the legitimate most powerful Pokemon of the game. I'm more of a Great League guy and Ultra League as well a little bit, but these are, you have those CP restrictions, right, in those leagues. These are legitimately like the most powerful Pokemon of the game when there's no CP restriction. So that's one cool thing I always thought about the Master League. The best and the best, the best of the best, the strongest of the strongest, and only the strongest of all Pokemon will prevail. Shadow Ball does connect on Dialga, but it gets the Dragon Breath down. I don't think it's going to reach a Roar of Time. Drewski looking to maybe bank the Iron Head note. It's going to throw it immediately, and it will get some nice chip damage against this opposing Dialga here. Gets the shield. The opposing Dialga was slightly off on the count. It is tough to count those Dragon Breaths. Going to get off a chip here with the Sandsear Storm. I like this play. Get off the chip damage and help secure this matchup for the Reshiram. Now you don't even need to go for the Draco. Fusion Flare should be enough, plus the Dragon Breaths. Do you respect like a potential Origin Pulse here? Yep, nice shield. Origin Pulse, such a devastating move, so powerful. Has all this energy. Hit him with the Fusion Flare. Could have gone for the Draco, but no, this is probably the smarter play because you got double Fusion Flare. Does so much damage. And Draco probably wouldn't quite one-shot, but it would do a ton. I think Draco would have been fine, too. Would have been kind of fun. But Fusion Flare was probably the safer play. And that is a GG to start things off. Cool team. And here we go. Zygarde. So bulky. Just absolutely ridiculous. Save swap Lando. So I think Dialga can, like... No, I'm probably making stuff up. Because with the debuff, there's no way you can two-shield through this, right? So, going for the Iron Head here. Iron Head going to grab a shield. Being able to tank one Sandsear Storm is nice because you at least can win the zero shield scenario, it looks like. So, Lando probably could have got the Mud Shot down there. Now you come in with your own Lando, which is kind of awkward. But you kind of have to, right? You can't really afford to come in Resh because then you have to start shielding. Gonna put up a Stone Edge here. Gonna go for your own Stone Edge because a double resisted Sandsear Storm would not knock out. So gonna go for the Stone Edge. Knocks out opposing Lando. And they are going to probably come back in with Zygarde. Swap to the next Dragon. Both Pokemon dishing out super effective Dragon type damage. Dragon versus Dragon. And shields the Outrage correctly. Nicely done. Gonna go for the Fusion Flare bait. This does not need to be shielded by Zygarde, and they do call it correctly. A Crunch will probably be enough to knock out here. Let's see, yeah. Knocks out, and now it's all up to Lando, and down a shield against Palkia. I just don't see this happening. If it was like up a shield, up energy, maybe there'd be some win con, but down a shield, there's just no way, so yeah. Palkia is going to take that one. GG. Drewski, a player that I believe only hit Legend for the first time recently, like maybe last season or the season before, but now has like, maybe it was like 2 or 3 seasons ago he hit Legend for the first time, and then it was like the season after he hit it like pretty early, made it look easy. So a player that saw some really quick improvement and has been absolutely killing it. Has been sending me some battles the past season or two now since I moved here to Texas. And now we've got the Landorus mirror match. Opposing trainer has a shiny Landorus. CP slightly different. And we're going to see the opposing Landorus get off the Stone Edge, building up, eventually firing off a Stone Edge here in return. Knocks out opposing Lando. So is willing to commit that extra shield. Now, will we see a pivot here to avoid this farm down? No, I actually like this play. You just let yourself get farmed. Make sure you align Dialga with this Kyogre. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I was going to say make sure you align Dialga with Kyogre, but no, came in Resh there. I guess calling what the back Pokemon was, perhaps. And now it's Dialga on Dialga. So this is really interesting. Looks like you will reach the Iron Head before going down, just barely. And that is so big. That is so critical. To get that final shield, you have to shield here, right? They've got so much energy. Roar of Time, yeah, had to shield that. And now Kyogre has to get to a big move. Surf's not going to do anything. It's a charge attack priority. Oh my gosh. Draco's, of course, going to knock out. Debuff Dragon Breaths are still going to do it. And what a close game that was. That must have been an Origin Pulse or maybe even a Blizzard. I wasn't really counting the waterfalls. What a game there. That was crazy. Crazy, bro. Next opponent. Lando into Zacian. Quick attack. I don't really know this matchup, but I would assume it's favorable for Lando because you outpace. But maybe not. Because because 2 moves doesn't knock out. It's actually favorable for Zacian, because maybe Zacian can knock out in 2 moves. Oh, yikes. Interesting. Not going to throw the Stone Edge. Would rather go in Resh. Which I guess makes sense because the Incinerates are double resisted. And Brave Bird probably doesn't one-shot. And normally they're running Did I say Brave Bird? Brave Bird. Sacred Fire. So they actually bait the Sacred Fire, which is double resisted. Kind of crazy. Now they Brave Bird? Yeah. That's kind of an insane bait. I think you still just go for Brave Bird, to be honest. It's kind of an insane bait. More energy for a double resisted move, just so you don't debuff yourself. Going for the Fusion Flare now. Very strong move. Grabs that shield. And a Play Rough would probably knock out, right? Knocks out neutral damage. Has so much energy. I'm not convinced this quite knocks out. It's really close. Sandsear Storm does grab the shield. Goes back to back. This will be awfully close to knocking out. And it does. That's huge. Necrozma. This new thing. I think it only has, like, big moves, right? It doesn't have any bait moves. And so let's see what it throws here. Like Shadow Ball or something. Dark Pulse. Okay. And it is debuff. So that's always nice. You can debuff the last Pokemon. Doesn't have anything that can one-shot the Dialga, apparently. I'm sure you guys know in the comments what that thing runs. I forget. I forget. I know Homeslice Henry had a video that like got a ton of views on it. Sometimes as a content creator, sometimes I don't have the time to watch others' videos on it, which is always funny when some people like say like, oh, this person copied this person's idea for a video. When it's like, bro, like I don't have time to watch other people's videos. I'm trying to make my own videos. But here we go. Lando versus Lando. They had to swap out, which is nice because now you're a turn ahead. And notice how Drewski was able to throw first, which allows him to be that turn ahead. Oh, gonna bait. This is kind of insane. This is kind of insane. Gets the shield. Does it? I don't think he's going to reach a move anyway, but he decides to keep the Landorus around for a potential catch. Resh going to have to eat the move. They don't get to another, which is nice. Just get off a parting Draco. Okay, nice job by the opponent. I don't mind this shield. You're basically shielding for the ability to get off a Draco Meteor here, which is kind of nice. So you're going to guarantee a ton of damage or a shield in return. Draco gets that shield. And now it's Dialga against the world. This is a tough-looking situation. So might have to use the Lando as a catch to win this game. Gonna shield here. I could see an Iron Head bait. No, good shield. Okay, they Roar of Time. That's big. Oh, baby. How much does Roar of Time do here? Is this going to be enough to potentially Dragon Breath down before they get off a charge attack? Oh, it definitely is. Oh my gosh, dude. That move is insane. And gets off the Iron Head. Holy cow. Roar of Time is absolutely busted. That is one of the roars of all time. Drewski. Drewski looks so innocent, his avatar. Looks so friendly and kind. Like he's just out there to have fun. Like, hey guys, my name's Drewski. How are you today? Catch any shinies? Just tossing that Pokeball in the air. Anybody need a portable charger? I've got my backpack here with me. Next opponent, Landorus into Ho-Oh. So, I don't think this... Does the Stone Edge threaten the one-shot? You would think double super effective. But it is Master League, where everything's a little bit bulkier. So, Ho does put up the shield. They throw on proper timing. Sacred Fire would pretty much threaten to knock out. So, we're going to put up a shield. And does get the attack drop. So, now Ho definitely should live a Stone Edge. So, Ho may be inclined to let this one go. Let's see. Oh my god, still nearly knocks out, but barely lives. So this is where like Master League is kind of crazy, because you see a lot of the same matchups over and over again, and people know like exactly how they play out. So opponent probably knew that they barely lived the Stone Edge, and they can get off that Brave Bird immediately. So opponent wins the lead matchup, and now they line Zygarde here, which is like good, but not amazing. I like this play, and I think it was charge attack priority, which is kind of nice, because you get... Oh, and you land the Draco. Let's go. And that's just game. That's just game. Because I think you just shield no matter what. I would honestly just Iron Head. I would have just Iron Headed immediately. Yeah, because now they're almost forced to shield. Even though they know it's a bait, they're just forced to shield. And now you just go for the next Iron Head right away and it just puts them too low. Yeah, because they have to Iron Head here. They're not at the Roar of Time yet, right? So yeah, you just Iron Head, and it's GG. And that's where Draco really comes in handy. Some people will opt for like Crunch on Reshiram for some added coverage. Some people will opt for like Stone Edge as a surprise move, right? But that Draco, man. I think that's the play, to be honest. I think Draco's kind of nasty. And it's fun. Catches a Phalanx as a reward. Climbing. Back towards that veteran elo. Has already hit veteran, but back towards that 2,500 veteran elo mark. And searching for that next opponent. Maybe a little bit of queue times here in the Master League veteran range. I don't want to manually drag and get too overzealous and then go too far. There we go. We were patient. And it paid off. Lando into Lando. I'm not the biggest mirror match fan, you know? I feel like mirror matches are usually not the most exciting, but it depends. Annihilate is like the worst, right? Annihilate's the worst example. They catch Stone Edge on Zygarde, which is a pretty nice catch. Resisted damage from that ground typing, so... Now that Lando they have is going to be a real problem. So this honestly looks like a pretty tough situation for Drewski. But he'll try and climb out of it. I like this play. Debuff the Zygarde. Go for a big farm down with Dialga. Come out with some energy for that opposing Lando. If they get to a crunch, that'll be really annoying. Luckily, they just barely don't reach the crunch. Goes for Iron Head immediately. I like this play because I think they had a Sandsear Storm loaded, so... Just put on the pressure. And, yeah, force them to expend energy. Okay, so this doesn't look so bad anymore. But definitely still uncomfortable. Their Lando has residual energy. Your Lando doesn't have that much energy, right? Yeah, so gets off the Stone Edge. This is big, especially if this lands suddenly. I think this doesn't look too bad because now it's in Dragon Breath downrange. I think you just let this go, right? You just let it go. Oh, that's tough. And it makes sense, right? You're so low, you don't want to like risk getting sniped by something or having them catch it. But in that situation, would have been better off just blind throwing. So a little bit unlucky there. Because now you have to throw right away, and then you're just too low against their opposing Lando. So unlucky there. If he had thrown the... If he had blind thrown, would have actually been a win con potentially, but I honestly would have done the same thing. I think I would have probably banked it in that situation and swapped. Next opponent. Okay, good lead. Gonna go for the Sancier Storm, not yet. Gonna stay in, gonna debuff, and then probably go into Dialga. Let's see, yep. Debuff, go Dialga. And now the Shadow Ball is going to be even less threatening. Does it still do half, though? It doesn't. So you can just fully farm down, even if they reach a second Shadow Ball, and they don't. Yikes. So this is just like a commanding position already for Drewski. Going for the Roar of Time here. Gets the shield. I don't think you reach another Roar of Time. So going to settle for Iron Head. Wow, imagine if he had baited, would have got to a Roar of Time. That's crazy. Goes for the Iron Head. Gets it really low. Opposing Dialga does have a lot of energy, so that is one concern. But he has a Sancier Storm loaded, so could potentially throw that. And that's exactly what he does. The opponent did not throw right away. They did not go for the charge attack priority. Oh, never mind. That was weird. I could have sworn I saw a Dragon Breath go through, but it looked like that was actually a CMP. And neutral matchup here, but up a shield, I would just presume Reshiram's pretty comfortable here. So I think Drewski's in a good spot. You just let a Side Strike go, yeah. Honestly, just go for Fusion Flare, save a shield for Lando, and I think you're cooking. Resh is cooking with some Flare as well. Gets Dragon Breath down, but just needs a few more mud shots, and that should just about do it. Dialga's about energy dry because Iron Head's 50 energy. So if they had just previously thrown an Iron Head before swapping out, and then they throw an Iron Head again, they must have been about energy dry. Can only store 100 energy max. Drewski is cooking in the Master League. Very strong looking team here. Opposing Lando, definitely a problem, but you've got your own Lando, and you've at least got the oppressive fast moves of your two dragons in the back that can deal with it. And I wouldn't say like quick charge attack pressure of Dialga and Reshiram, but at least quick enough where we've seen like the Iron Head threaten and the Fusion Flare threaten the Landorus, the opposing Landos in certain situations. Next opponent, here we go. Lando into Zygarde. Are we going to see the swap out? One mud shot, swap out. Oof, met by Solgaleo. Pretty tough here for Dialga. Looks like they're just going to go straight Psychic Fangs to ramp up this Fire Spin damage as they debuff the defense of Dialga. Presumably running... Shields the Roar of Time, actually. Presumably running Psychic Fangs Stone Edge. So after this next Psychic Fangs, they probably go for a full Fire Spin down. And it... I don't know. Does Dialga get there? It might. Okay, so actually forces Solgaleo to throw another move. The problem here is Solgaleo is still really healthy. But I guess it's not that much of an issue. Oh, they pivot. So they save the Solgaleo. That's an issue. And that's pretty smart by the opponent, and that's really annoying. The Zygarde Solgaleo core, of course, is a little bit infamous for being annoying just with how bulky it is. And Zygarde is so bulky, unless it's against something like a Togekiss that completely walls it, it is just a menace to deal with. Even things that are supposed to do really well against it, right? Like a Dialga can definitely hold its own just because of its sheer bulk. Gonna let the crunch go through now. Gonna eat the crunch. Has lots of energy here. And Solgaleo comes in. Interesting. Just going to eat this energy. I guess realizes that it's useless against... Oh, okay. Oh, so what do they do here? Do they take this and save it for the Lando? Oh, I think you get to 2, right? You just get to 2 before they get to 1. Oh, how the turns have tabled. Lando, get there. Let's go. That looked like a bad situation, and all of a sudden it went from bad to, like, totally fine. And a pretty confident win. Let's go. When they saved... Yeah, when they saved the... So would they have They probably would have been better off. Oh, yeah. They totally would have been better off just... Pivoting did them a disservice. If they had just let their... If they had just let their Pokemon go... My fault. If they had just let their Pokemon go, they actually would have just been able to keep their alignment. So they just keep the Zygarde aligned with the... Landorus, and then they keep their Dialga in the back aligned with Reshiram, and I think they just win the game. So that's a situation where the opponent, although they were able to preserve their Solgaleo, I think they actually did themselves a disservice, and Drewski took advantage and was able to win the game. Anyway, a terrific set and a terrific submission from Drewski. Thank you, my man, for the submission. If you guys enjoyed these battles from Drewski, I would very much appreciate a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Comment down below. All comments are appreciated on the channel. And all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.